Severance star Dichan Lockman and director Jessica Lee Gagne break down the severed rooms in Season 2, Episode 7, explaining their significance. The episode, titled Kai Kai Bardo, reveals that Gemma, Lockman, has been kept on the testing floor and has been severed multiple times. One innie version of her seemingly only ever experiences going to the dentist. Another experiences turbulent flights, while yet another is stuck writing thank you notes. In an interview with ELLE, Lockman is asked what it is she thinks that Lumen hopes to achieve by putting Gemma in all these different rooms and different scenarios. In response, the actor makes a point about how there's an impulse in society to move away from experiencing anything unpleasant, which is what Lumen is tapping into. The Dollhouse alum also wonders if it's possible to experience the full scope of life without those unpleasant moments. She explains, Gagne gave her own take in an interview with IndieWire, explaining that the idea for different rooms and some of what happened in those rooms came from series creator Dan Erickson. Gagne, a cinematographer on the Apple TV Plus drama, in addition to directing Kai Kai Bardo, also elaborated on why Gemma behaves differently in some of the rooms. What was very interesting about working with Dichan and for her to create this character, every room is a different personality. Every room, her life experience is so different. You have to put yourself in the shoes of someone who is basically living these different things. The original ideas for the rooms came from Dan Erickson. He was like, what are the things that I or that people hate? The dentist. Flying. The Christmas card thing, I think, is a personal thing for him, and, in that room, what was so interesting to me was the opportunity to make Gemma rebellious. I feel like you have to be like a teenager that's pissed off because this guy is kind of trying to be nice. He had a whole different personality in that room, and they always fed off of each other quite a bit, which was really fun to play with, because he could be so freaking annoying and weird and trigger her. It's seeing what will come out. In that specific scene, she got to play the angry teenager, which ultimately is when she rebels and something pushes him over the line. What the different rooms mean for Severance. It is a deeply meaningful question. The goal of the different rooms in Severance Season 2 Episode 7 seems to be to remove any displeasure from life and presumably create a situation where anyone wealthy enough to potentially sever themselves on demand is able to. This leads to a profound question about what life actually means if we can simply select which moments we choose to experience, opting out of anything even mildly tense. However, on an immediate character level, the question might be just how much Lumen actually knows about Gemma and Mark, Adam Scott. Also in Kai Kai Bardo, which was written by Erickson and Mark Friedman, it's revealed that Gemma loads writing thank you notes, the same thing Lumen has her doing on the severed floor. Lumen is also behind the fertility clinic that Mark and Gemma visit, as the writers inch the story forward while providing questions that are not exactly the easiest to answer. Our take on Gemma's time on the severed floor. It's unexpected in many ways. When the new season debuted, it was teased that the sci-fi thriller would answer questions about the Severance characters that viewers might not have even realized that they had. That looks to be the case with Gemma. So far, her story does also get to a core sci-fi, and perhaps dystopian, conceit of what it costs to live a life without pain.